Well, this is Steve Ridgel, and we talked in the last video about how Jesus's great 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 grandmother was a prostitute. And I tell you why I love that story. It's such a great story for the person that, well, like maybe some of you who feel like, maybe I'd like church, but if you knew the real me, you wouldn't want me in your church. Now, you won't say it that way. Maybe you'll make the old joke about if I were to come into the church building, the roof would cave in on me because I'm not good enough to be part of your church. I'm not good enough for Jesus. Well, I love that story of Rahab because she was a prostitute. And when God's people came to capture Jericho, she believed in God. She believed they would take the city. She even said, "We have been hearing about your God and we are scared to death." And this was after God's own people said they couldn't take the land. She believed. You see, the point of Rahab's story is to remind us that, well, nobody's good enough. It's not about goodness, it's about faith. So if you want to know more about Jesus, if you believe in Jesus, then the Rahab story is a great one for you to read. She was a person clearly who really didn't know much about God, but was so intrigued because she had seen some evidence, heard the stories of when he brought his people out of Egypt. Maybe you're sitting there and you've seen Christians and you think, I know they're not perfect, but I wish my marriage looked like that. I wish my family looked like that. I wish I could do. I wish I helped people like. Well, we do that not because we're so good, but because we have faith in the one who is so good. It's because we believe in Jesus. And that maybe is a great lesson of Rahab. I don't care what your past is. I don't care about the mistakes you've made, because I've learned that because Jesus didn't care about my past or my mistakes. And so I'm going to encourage you, if you have any interest at all, and you think you're maybe not good enough for church, the truth is we're all sinners who have been forgiven by the grace of God. And if a prostitute can end up in the genealogy of Jesus, then I think you can end up in his church. And he wants you to, because you believe.